everyone, welcome to my channel Mingby. I am Mandy and I'm a full-time reseller. Spoiler alert, another week of pretty slow sales. I did go back and look to see when my sales were this bad, and it was like the beginning of January. So I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to think of what I can do to boost sales. So what I did do this week, Mercari, I can't really, do much other than send offers, which I do. On Poshmark, I have not been utilizing closet clear out just because I feel like it really doesn't do much. And then my prices are, permanently lowered unless I'd go in and change them all. So on Saturdays, I've been going in and sending 30% off offers now that you don't have to attach a shipping discount to it. I think maybe what I'm going to do is I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what my game plan is going to be here. I thought maybe I would start in a new month, start with a 20% off offer that Saturday, then the following do 30 and then 40 and then potentially 50 depending on what the item is, just to kind of keep things moving in my closet. For whatever reason, Poshmark has done a huge nosedive for me recently. And I shouldn't just say Poshmark because eBay was horrible this week too. I don't know. It could be that this is the first week that people maybe are getting good weather in their area and they just aren't looking for things online. So let me know in the comments below, are you trying new sales tactics or are your sales doing good? I would love to hear what you're doing. So starting with Mercari, nothing too crazy happened over there. I did have a Patagonia jacket that I sold. Thankfully, the customer was super understanding. I don't know what happened. I would say 70% of the time when I drop my packages off, I will scan them at the kiosk because that does make things checked in, if you will, for Mercari and Poshmark. I don't know about eBay. I've never gone back to see if it says it's tracking or not. But this was a day when I had, I don't know, maybe just 5 and I threw them in the tote, the little drop down thing, didn't scan them. I've never had an issue before. And of course, come Thursday, I did this, I think on Monday morning, the buyer had sent me a message and just said, hey, just reaching out to see if you had a chance to ship this. And I was like, what? That should have been to them by already, So I went in and looked, and of course it just had the created label status. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. It never got scanned or it's sitting somewhere. So I tore apart my car to make sure that it wasn't, under a seat or something or in my office down here, and I couldn't find it. I let them know that it was sent out on Monday morning. The other ones were tracking. Maybe there was an issue. It didn't get scanned. And they were super, nice about it. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm actually having the same issue. So then I let them know that if there was nothing by Saturday night, I would probably just cancel the order. And if they got it, whatever. Because I did get it from the bins and it was damaged. And they said no, they were completely fine waiting. And then lo and behold, on Saturday morning, it was hey, it's delivered. So it just never got scanned until it got delivered. So thankfully that worked out. Poshmark, like I said, I did the sale. It was been slow. I did have 3 bundles. I feel like everything I sold on Poshmark, nothing was a high dollar item. And then eBay was pretty slow too. I did put quite a bit of effort into it on Saturday. If you haven't watched my videos in the past, we did just have a rummage sale. So I have all those bins sitting in my garage right now waiting to go to my parents' house for that sale. So I was thinking why don't I look through some of this stuff? My mom has a bunch of new in-box toys, so I figured I could help move some stuff by just throwing it all up on eBay. So I did go out there, collect a bunch of stuff, and added it to eBay in hopes that that would boost some sort of, I don't know, something for the algorithm that I was putting out more listings than I normally do, and nothing really happened from that. But maybe, the effects of that will come through this week. So speaking of the stuff that I have outside, the reason that I thought about that was because I was watching, I believe his name is ADH Dave, and he is a pretty big seller. He does anything and everything. And he was saying he's had quite a bit of luck with Whatnot, their marketplace. So I thought, you know what, why not just throw my stuff out there, because it's another platform. Poshmark doesn't seem to be performing for me. Nothing else really was. So I went in there and I didn't know that you can import your Poshmark closet. So then I was like, okay, well now I don't have to pay for a service and I don't have to manually do this. So I don't know exactly how many items I have out there. Probably I want to say maybe 500. I didn't do everything just because I don't know that there's a need for everything right now. But I have been doing it daily, so I will import the new ones that I put up to Poshmark every day are going to go into my Whatnot marketplace. And since I was in there, I did have a sale. So I sold one item, which thankfully, then it got me to thinking, okay, so if I have all this stuff outside, that is a garage sale. They do have a garage sale category for Whatnot. So it was about a year ago when I got approved, or whatever you call it, for Whatnot, when you do the Zoom meeting and then you can do the live shows. Honestly, I didn't put a whole bunch of effort into it just because I was doing it on Poshmark, the Poshmark Lives. I gave it, I think, an okay effort. It never really flourished into anything. And I think part of that is the competition with women's clothing. That's what I was selling. And there's just too many people, and especially people that are doing Nuitags, Lululemon, and pallet poles, and, you name it, Revolve brands. Like, it's just, there's too much competition with that category. So then I thought, okay, so I have all this stuff sitting in the garage. It is very low cost to me, and I'm not looking to make a bunch of money on it. So I went out there and pulled a couple things, like a IKEA bag. I'm going to look a little bit more. And I think probably not this week, but next week, I am going to give Whatnot a chance again. And I'm going to try in the garage sale category. That gives a way bigger audience. Before, if you're only selling, women's plus size clothing, the majority of the people in your show are either going to be someone that is buying that specific size range for themselves, or potentially a reseller that is going to want the item for super cheap. So if I have a garage sale list or show, that could be for anybody. You know what I mean? It could be some women's clothing, some men's, some kids, some toys, some antiques, some vintage stuff. It could be anything. So I'm hoping that maybe will work. And since I already have the items, I'm not investing more money into buying things that I think might sell. This, I think, is the lowest risk, option that I have for Whatnot to potentially gain a following, get my grips over there, figure out what I'm doing. So this week I'm going to be watching a bunch of videos on the shipping for Whatnot. I've seen that that's like the most confusing part for sellers. There are different options there. It's like you can do the flat rate boxes where your buyers are only going to pay $8 something and whatever you can fit in the box. But then if they buy more than what can fit in the box, then you have to pay the shipping. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do there. But I think that is the game plan, because I don't know. I don't want to say that Poshmark is over for me, because it definitely isn't. But I just think I need to pivot because things are just not working currently. And I don't want to get stuck in a spot where I'm going to continuously have weeks like what I have. This could have been an outlier and just a weird week, which maybe, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm just trying some things out. Okay, so now we will get into my actual sales. This is for the week of May 6th through the 12th. Mercari, 6 sales over there, $138. Thankfully, Mercari just kind of really pulls through for me every week with like that, probably like 6 to 8 sales. Normally like, 120 to 200, which is fine, because I can't say that either eBay or Poshmark is consistent for me right now. So Poshmark, gross sales $310 with 17 items sold. Average sale price there only $18.24. I had a couple bundles, so that was part of it. eBay, only 4 items sold for $110.34. Leaving me with a $70.44. So Whatnot, I did have the one sale for $17, and after fees there was $14.62. And gross sales for the week, only $575.34 after fees and average cost of goods. That left me with only $386.11. So that's not going to work for me. So I'm going to have to make some changes like I said I was going to. So only 28 items sold this week, and then average sale price was $20.55. On my little counter here, I am getting closer to being in the green on the swimsuit lot, which is great. Slowly but surely, I have $36 to go to be making money. And then over here, and then as you can see, I did add Whatnot here at the top, and then a little thing here that I will split off live sales and actual marketplace sales if they do come in. I did want to share too that I did make a pretty big sale on ThredUp for ThredUp standards. One brand that really kind of works for me over there, especially in their cocktail dresses or silk dresses, is White House Black Market. This sold for $80 on the site, so that left me with $29.31. So that might be a brand if you find at the bins and you are someone that does sell to ThredUp and you don't like selling White House Black Market dresses on your own. This might be an option for you. So starting with Poshmark Soft Surroundings, I thought that this dress would definitely go for more. It was a bigger size. A pretty cool pattern on it, and it did go for an offer of $34. I did pick this up at the bins. This was a bundle sale, 2 vintage shirts. This one had a cow print on it, and then the other one was just like a little floral graphic with some birds. That did go for $30. These Loft tropical pants, I actually thrifted these for myself. I don't really know where I thought I was going to wear them. As you can see, that's kind of like a vacation print. I don't know. I bought them. They had been sitting in my closet forever, and I just decided to list them. They did sell fairly quickly for $15. These Spanx pants actually were missing all of their tags except for the one that would tell me what style they were. So I did measure them and everything, and these did go for an offer of $25. H&M, I don't pick this brand up often. Obviously, it's pretty cheap and affordable, brand new, but this was given to me from a family friend. It was her granddaughter's, I believe. It was a super cute dress, so I thought I would give it a try. It did go for $10 and probably sold within a month. This was another bundle, this fresh produce dress. This went pretty quickly, like within a week or so of listing. And then the other item for this was a White House Black Market reversible tank top. One side was red and then one side was this floral print. Super lightweight, came from the bins. This went for $28, or let's see, $30? This did go for an offer of $35 for the two. Halogen, I've had this top forever. This came in like one of my first Quick Lots boxes that I ever got. I had it priced too high, I think, in the beginning and just refused to take offers when I first had it listed, and I should have. This went on my 30% offer on Saturday. Free People shorts, these were a good size, extra large. These were at the bottom of a bin, new with tags, and I got these sold these for $25. Gap, I probably shouldn't have picked these up. I'm not exactly sure why I did. They were a size large, just black. I can't remember if they were cotton feeling or if they were more of like that. No, they were cotton blend. So I thought maybe they were more performance feeling, and that's why I picked them up. I don't know. Regardless, these sold on that 30% offer for $17. This was the last bundle for Poshmark, a pair of Skechers. These are kind of like a knockoff of Rothy's. And the other item was an ASOS cheetah dress. This was new with tags. And these went for an offer of $30. Nine West, this I picked up at Kohl's. I think once or twice a year, Kohl's has a pretty big clearance event where it's like an additional % off their already clearanced items. I try and stick to bigger sizes. I think this was the year when I was giving Nine West like a big chance, and I probably shouldn't have because a lot of it has not sold, and a lot of it I've just kind of given up on and sent to ThredUp. But this was an extra, extra large, a wide leg jumpsuit, and it did only go for $15, and it was new with tags. So these I picked up at Goodwill. They had a whole bunch of new sheets like this, all king size, and they were up kind of by their linen area where they keep their pillows. And I noticed that they had it, like if our Goodwill has different descriptors on the tags. So if it is soft lines, that is considered like bedding, clothing, I think that's it. So at our Goodwill, anything that is soft lines, once the color turns to that Sunday, it is $1.99 because it's their clearance. most of the time they mark this stuff as hard goods so that that doesn't happen. You only get it for 50% off. So I noticed it when they kind of first got put out. So I was keeping an eye on it, and I went back then when it did clearance out to $1.99 and I got all these sheets. It has definitely been paid for now because I did sell one in the rummage sale for $15 and now this one sold for $22. I think I got 6 sets in total, so it was like $12. So I am in the green now on these sheets, so I hope that they keep selling. They don't take up much space. They're an easy thing to ship. So these did go for $22. Express. I don't do great with women's Express jeans. I think these came in a thread-up denim box. Someone did offer me $19 and I took that. Old Navy, becoming one of my favorite brands to sell, weirdly enough. I do better with plus sizes, new with tags. This was a floral maxi dress and this did go for $17. Most of Old Navy I do pick up at the bins. I find it a lot, or on $1.99 day. The $1.99 day, I normally am looking for new with tags at that point. Potentially the dresses I'll pick up, but not so much pants. Onto Mercari, a new day. This I picked up at the bins. This sold within a week. I don't know, right now I feel like I am doing the best with affordable brands like Old Navy and Target brands. This I picked up at the bins. It sold, like I said, within the week, $13.50. All of that is mine because you don't have fees on Mercari, which is fine by me. It probably only weighed, I don't know, 9 ounces. Victoria's Secret, this still had a little tag here on the strap. Someone offered me $21, which was fine by me. On Mercari, you get all of the money. Since Mercari, you don't have to pay the fees. Vionic, this was the other pair. When did I sell those? Last week, I think. I had one in gray and one tan. So these did go for full asking price of $24. Magic Suit, one of my favorite brands to sell. They're geared at making your body slimmer looking in swimsuits. This did go for an offer of $49. I did have it listed originally at $65. It was a medium. If it would have been a bigger size, I maybe would have asked for more, but $49, I get to keep all of it because the fees on Mercari are not there. This is the Patagonia jacket I was talking about. I picked this up at the bins. I was kind of like, I don't know if I should do it or not, but it was just like that lightweight rain jacket, so it was probably like 5 ounces. And it sold within the week. The issue was it was peeling here, as you can see, on the inside, and then there was some little stains on the inside. But if someone's using this for hiking, camping, you know, that kind of stuff, they're probably not going to care. So they did offer me $28.50, which I thought was fair for, you know, the condition of the jacket, and, you know, I hardly paid anything for it at the bins. Onto eBay, these Crocs I had originally bought for myself. I don't know, they just didn't fit quite how I thought they would, and I don't know if I'm just truly a Croc person. So I did clean them up and listed them for $32. And these did go for an offer of $27. This is the second time I've sold this now on eBay. Let's hope that they don't get returned. It is Urban Outfitters, a Hawaiian shirt. I believe this came in my Helpsy Source men's box. And this did go for a full asking price of $25. Cut from the Cloth, again, selling this brand. These came from the bins, and it did go for an offer of $21.01. And then the last item this week was a Slipknot shirt. I got this at Goodwill for probably, I don't know, I think they only did it for a month. They had the round racks that they just had t-shirts on. They weren't marking them anymore, and they were $2.99. They must have given up on that because all those racks are gone. But I think the first time that I did go in and saw the racks, I don't know if Spencer's like donated a bunch of stuff or if just one person had a bunch of stuff. Anyway, it was a bunch of band shirts. Most of them were new with tags in decent sizes. So I scooped all those up. This one did go for an offer of $15. So next week, I hope picks up on my actual platforms. I don't want to add like a million platforms because it's a lot to remember. Hey, where do I have each item listed? So then you have to remember to delist everything. So right now, I think I'm just kind of in a period where I am just throwing things to the wall and seeing what sticks, because what I'm currently doing doesn't seem to be producing the results that I want them to. I am also looking at my inventory again. I think that I have still quite a bit in my inventory that I don't know that I should have it, and I think I might have to do another purge and really kind of reconsider what I'm picking up. I will stay with clothing just because that's the easiest thing for me to get for a good deal in my area. We don't have an actual Goodwill bins where you can also get hard goods. I really wish that we did, but we don't, and it's only clothing. So right now, I don't have a resource where I can get hard goods or general merchandise or that kind of thing for a decent price. Sometimes I find it. So I am trying to branch out and not just have predominantly clothing and shoes and accessories, because right now that is so oversaturated, and I need to make sure that I am getting quality brands, good sizes, good sell-through rates, because the days of, oh, I want to buy this because I think it's cute and I think it'll sell for a decent price, those days are over. There's just way too much competition. So I need to be a little bit more strategic for things to move quickly for a decent price. So the next couple weeks, I think, are going to be a little bit of, really sitting down, looking at what I have. If the sell-through rate just is not there, it's got to go, because it's just wasting space in my inventory. And I also think that that's not helping my online platforms for the algorithm either, if I have a bunch of stuff that no one is looking at, because that's, ultimately telling the algorithm, hey, she's got, 50% of what she has out there and nobody cares about it, so we're not going to push up the other stuff. That's just my thought process. So I think the rest of this month, maybe the rest of this month is going to be just really being realistic with what I have, and some things just need to go, whether that be just redonated, back in ThredUp boxes, which maybe that'll be the case, or in the rummage sale, because I do have another one here in June. Or if the whatnot thing kind of takes off a little bit, maybe things just need to move at a really, really discounted rate, which is fine, because if I get something for it and I know that, there's zero interest other places, I'm okay with that. I am going to the actual Goodwill bins next week, Tuesday, so a video with that will be out at some point. I have a couple other ones too that I'm working on and thinking about. So if you are interested in reseller content, make sure to hit the subscriber button. I'm getting really close to my 1,000 subscriber goal. So if I could hit that by the end of this month, that would be great. I don't know. I don't want to push it, but we'll see. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.